You know, at this point, the summer I turned pretty might as well be called the summer I moved to Paris. And honestly, I'm not even mad about it. The idea of not just Conrad, but Jeremiah ending up in Paris too? Yeah, that's the kind of chaos I'm here for. So, let's dive into how this wild storyline is about to play out. Right now, Belly's in Paris. And if you've watched enough American shows, you already know what that means. The second Paris enters the picture, reality takes a back seat. It's like characters are suddenly living in a dream, or in some cases, a full-on fever dream. And honestly, watching Belly's Paris journey, I couldn't help thinking, girl, are we still in real life? Or did you just wake up in an Emily in Paris spinoff? First of all, props to her for actually making that flight. I mean, considering everything that just went down, I thought for sure she'd miss it because of Conrad. But nope, she took off. Respect. Still, I have to laugh at how quickly she threw herself across the world after one random call from a school rep. Anyone who's ever applied to study abroad knows it's never that simple. There are mountains of paperwork, visas, and enough forms to make you want to scream. Yet Belly? She's like, sure, I'll just hop on a plane tomorrow. Honestly, that kind of confidence? Low-key impressive. Of course, reality catches up fast. The school says, oops, sorry, we can't actually take you. Then, while she's eating, she leaves her bag unattended. And surprise, surprise, someone swipes it. Belly, sweetie, come on. You're not a kid anymore. You were literally about to get married, but now you're out here forgetting the #1 rule of traveling abroad. Never let your stuff out of sight. Even Emily in Paris would know better. But instead of completely falling apart, Belly does the most Belly thing ever. She charges straight into trouble trying to get her bag back. She even attacks a guy. Like, bold move. Way too risky. But I kind of admire the fire. Somehow she walks away from all this, not only unharmed, but with a brand new Paris squad and, oh yeah, a cute French guy who's instantly into her. If you caught the trailer, you know where this is going. Romance incoming. Belly's about to get a job at a restaurant, start fresh in Paris, and basically rebuild herself while living her best life. And here's the thing. She actually seems to be pulling it off. She's got her new friends, she's adjusting to Parisian life, and she's channeling that whole Notre Dame reconstruction moment into her own personal reset. By the time Taylor shows up for a visit, Belly's looking like a whole new person. Taylor sees it too. She'll head back home telling the Fisher boys, yeah, Belly's moved on. She's thriving. But because there's always a but, that illusion doesn't last forever. The French guy leans in for a kiss, and suddenly Belly's hit with the truth she's been trying to bury. She's not over Conrad. Not even close. Sure, she loves her new life, but deep down, that connection is still there, still pulling at her. Now, here's where things get really interesting. We're about to see some major time jumps, because the show doesn't have years to play out the way the books did. Belly's story is going to fast forward through key moments and eventually, boom, Conrad writes her a letter. When she ignores him, he does the only thing he can. He flies to Paris to bring her back. Classic American show in Paris drama. But plot twist, he won't be coming alone. Jeremiah shows up too. Which, if you ask me, is completely wild. That basically means Jeremiah is giving Conrad his blessing. Like, hey man, go for it. I'm good now. And after all the heartbreak and rivalry between these brothers, it feels almost impossible to imagine. But maybe, just maybe, Mr. Fisher's advice about giving each other space actually works, and the brothers finally start to heal. Whether you're rooting for Belly and Conrad, Belly and Jeremiah, or just rooting for the brothers to stop tearing each other apart, Paris is about to change everything. And honestly, I can't wait to see how it plays out. So, what do you think? Can Conrad and Jeremiah really move past all the drama and be brothers again? And after everything, do you still want Belly to end up with Conrad? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. And hey, while you're here, check out the video on screen for even more updates on The Summer I Turned Pretty.